not every day is exciting. Not every day are we motivated, encouraged, or whatnot. And I just want to talk about that. It's lunchtime. I guess it's hump day, and sometimes you wear out. You get tired of. And I'm speaking to anybody in general. This is a life lesson that we all need. We all know. We've all experienced burnout. We all experience different things: discouragement, frustration. Um, we wanted more. And in this business, in seeking any business, but I like to speak on what we're doing here as far as welding, construction, weld construction, dealing with the steel industry here in Austin. And I just wanted to talk about uh, what's your why? What's your why? Now, if you've ever gone to one of those seminars or whatnot, that's a big topic. It's a big topic right now, and it's been in place. I'm sure it's been around longer than I have, or in some form. But I just wanted to talk about that because if you aspire to become to start something, it says heavy as a crown. Heavy as a crown. The head that holds a crown, right? And when you seek out to pursue something, it's a hard deal. It's a challenge. It's a challenge because not everybody's doing it. You don't have the encouragement. You don't have the person to lean on. And it's just there's some lonely times, and you can get discouraged. But I just want to, what do we fall on in those times? King David, then the battle of Ziklag. Um, they went out and they defeated. They overtook. They had a battle. They had to go get back what was theirs, what had been taken from them. David led his men, his army, and they defeated. They gained. They grabbed everything back. They defeated their enemy, and they were hurrah. And they were blessed. They were okay. They got the victory. They got all their stuff. Now let's go back home. Let's go back home. They went back home and they looked and they saw smoke. They saw smoke because their town was burning. They left to go get back what they was, and somebody else went in there and attacked them and took their families and whatnot. And I'm sorry for the loss of thought on that. But ultimately, they turned on David. His men turned on him because there was an error. There was uh, that wasn't thought of. They were worried about going and getting back what had been taken from them. They defeated that. Here they are. They turn around, and now they've been ultimately they find themselves in a defeat at the time. So they turn on David, their leader, who they were just praising and celebrating with, and they said they were at a point of almost stoning him. They're going to kill him because of what he allowed to happen. Just think of the turn of events. And in that moment, it said David encouraged himself in the Lord because he didn't have anybody to encourage him at that moment because they were on the attack. They were looking for something to blame, someone to blame for their plight. And he encouraged himself in the Lord, but ultimately David had a why bigger than what his circumstance was. David had a why bigger than what was going on around him. I recently put a post about joy and happiness. Joy is a decision, joy is a choice, but happiness is contingent upon what is happening. It's circumstantial. So had he been living circumstantially, he would have been just held to that, right? He would have been happy. But he had to dig deeper so that he made the decision, and he had a stance, and he had someone to leave on. He had a why. His why was greater than him. His why was greater than his situation. His why was greater than the uproar and the uproar and the people that challenged him. His why was God. His why was serving him, and he knew that he was going to make a way. So in our life, in this situation, whatever you're going through, whatever you're aspiring to do, whether you're training to be an Olympic athlete, whether you're training to be, whether you're working on a business, whatever the situation may be, it's not always going to be roses. It's not always going to be what they call unicorns, and um, it's not always going to be unicorns and rainbows. But we have to hold on to that why. We have to hold on to that why. And again, dig deep for your why. Why is KBG Welding here? KBG Welding stands for opportunity and hope. It stands for second chances. It stands for uh, opportunity, because somebody gave me a chance, and God has entrusted me with a vision. God has entrusted me with a vision to bring His hope into the world. Right? He's entrusted me with employees who rely on getting a check each week, who whose families rely on them getting checks each week, and the doors that God opens and the things that He provides. That's the why, again, because of the purpose, because it goes beyond just, hey, just a paycheck and just a profit margin. It's beyond that. It's beyond bringing hope. It's about bringing hope, the hope of Jesus Christ, to the lives of those we come in contact with and beyond, those that we don't know. So I don't know who we impact each day. Right now, whoever's watching, I pray that you're impacted by the message and the hope that we bring. So I thank you for joining. I thank you for watching. But again, the why, the question, love, I'm not sure who that is that joined us over here, but the topic today was the why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you press through and not give up? Because we can always give up. We can always just sit down and say, you know what, I'm not going to do this today. I'm going to sit on the sideline. But if you have a why that's greater than that feeling, that's greater than yourself, and you become encouraged, and again, even in that moment, even if you have a why, you still have to encourage yourself in that. But when we do, we press through, and there's a greater blessing, and there's a greater reason and greater reward afterwards. So it's not about the reward, the ultimate reward. I always like to say true success or ultimate success is a successor, having a successor, passing it on to see somebody else grow, take your knowledge, take your wisdom, take your experience, and apply it in their lives. That's to me, that's what it is, what it grows to, that successor. Now, all success is success, but ultimate success is having that successor. And it doesn't have to be a child. It doesn't have to be a relative. It can be anyone. We have the examples of Elijah and Elisha. Elisha took the realm. He wanted a double portion. Elisha wanted a double portion, and he stuck with it to the end. After he met it, he made that declaration and asked for that. He stuck with it to the end, and he received that double portion. Ended up doing twice as much, or is recorded that he did twice as many miracles in his ministry. One of my favorite successor stories is Joshua to Moses, and how Joshua took the realm. But thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, like, follow, share, grab your shirt, Amazon. This guy, KBG Welding, serving God and burning rods. KBG.
Shroud for a neighborhood. The manufacturer wants to not call enough, but
Let me grab my pen. Do you have specs to it that you need, and so you have something to work with? Is, I guess, kind of is that true as well?